In agile development, large features often represent complex user needs or business capabilities that cannot be completed within a single iteration. To deliver value continuously and incrementally, teams must break these features into smaller, more manageable user stories. However, splitting work effectively is not always straightforward. It requires thoughtful analysis and proven strategies to ensure that the resulting stories remain valuable, estimable, and testable. To support this, Agile practitioners rely on 10 commonly recognized patterns that guide how features can be decomposed into actionable stories. These patterns help teams maintain focus, reduce complexity, and improve planning and predictability. The first widely used pattern is splitting by workflow steps. This technique involves dividing a feature based on the sequence of activities in a process. It is particularly useful when the feature describes a linear flow of tasks that users or systems follow. For example, an e-commerce checkout feature can be broken down into discrete stories, such as adding products to a cart, entering shipping and billing details, selecting a payment method, and receiving an order confirmation. This approach aligns well with user experience and facilitates incremental delivery of end-to-end functionality. The second pattern focuses on business rule variations. This method separates stories based on different conditions or policies that affect system behavior. When business logic changes under different scenarios, each rule can become its own story. For instance, in a shipping cost calculation feature, different stories may address flat-rate shipping, real-time international rates, free shipping thresholds, and discounts for premium members. Isolating these variations improves testability and enables teams to prioritize simpler or more common rules first. Another effective approach is splitting by major effort. This pattern highlights significant differences in complexity or technical work required for different parts of a feature. It encourages teams to identify and isolate work-intensive components. Consider a user profile management feature. While updating a user's name or email might be straightforward, implementing an image upload and cropping tool would require considerably more effort. Separating such major efforts into their own stories allows teams to better manage development time and technical risk. The simple or complex pattern encourages teams to first deliver the simplest version of a feature and incrementally build upon it. This allows early feedback on basic functionality before investing in more complex enhancements. For example, a reporting tool can begin with static report generation followed by stories that add filters, export options, and interactive visualizations. This pattern supports early validation of the core idea with minimal effort. Closely related is the variations in data pattern, which involves creating stories based on different data types or formats the system must handle. This is especially useful when a feature processes a wide range of input or output data. For a social media post viewer, stories could be split to support text-only posts, image posts, and video posts. This pattern simplifies development and testing by focusing on one data type at a time. Similarly, the data entry methods pattern allows teams to split stories based on how users provide input. Different methods of data input often require different UI elements, validations, and integrations. In a job application system, users might enter information via a web form, upload a PDF resume, or import data from a LinkedIn profile. Treating each entry method as a separate story ensures a smoother development experience and accommodates different user preferences. The defer system qualities pattern recommends postponing non-functional requirements such as performance, security, and scalability until after basic functionality is delivered. This approach allows teams to focus first on validating core features. For instance, a login feature might first be implemented with basic credentials, with subsequent stories addressing password strength enforcement, rate limiting, and multi-factor authentication. By deferring these qualities, teams can deliver working software sooner while still planning for critical enhancements. Another practical pattern is operations. commonly referred to as CRUD, which stands for Create, Read, Update and Delete. You know, many systems really do revolve around these four basic actions, and they can be split into individual stories. For example, a task management application might include separate stories to create a task, view its details, edit the task, and delete it. This pattern provides a natural and intuitive way to break down features based on user interactions with data. The use case scenarios pattern involves identifying different user journeys or scenarios the system must support. These scenarios may involve different users, goals, or conditions. So, a calendar booking system might include stories for scheduling a new meeting, rescheduling an existing one, cancelling a booking, setting up recurring events, and inviting external participants. This pattern helps ensure that each significant user experience is addressed individually and thoroughly. Finally, the breakout a spike pattern is used when the team faces uncertainty about the implementation of a feature. A spike is a time-boxed research task designed to gather information or explore technical options. For example, before integrating a payment gateway, a spike might be created to evaluate and compare the Stripe and PayPal APIs. Spikes reduce risk and provide the knowledge needed to accurately define subsequent user stories. In conclusion, breaking large features into smaller, valuable user stories is a cornerstone of effective Agile delivery. By applying structured splitting patterns such as workflow steps, business rule variations, major effort and others, teams can reduce complexity, accelerate delivery, and adapt to change more easily. Each pattern offers a different lens through which to view and simplify a feature, and the most successful Agile teams know how to combine these patterns creatively to meet their context. Ultimately, thoughtful story splitting promotes clarity, encourages collaboration, and supports the Agile goal of delivering working software early and often.